All right, guys, on this week's episode, we're going to be installing the metal standing seam roof on the Little Yellow House project. Stick around to the end, and I'll let you know what this roof really cost me. I'm going to use this small piece of cap to center over the ridge. Once I've got it centered, I know that's where I want this piece of receiver to be. I'm gonna put one screw in it. Hold it in place. Put one screw on this side. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to slide it down along the roof. I'm going to center myself. Make sure to keep a nice straight line. To join these two pieces, I'm going to take this and give a little notch on the back here. Open it up a little. That way I got these overlapped. Giving it a nice waterproof detail. I'm going to do the same on this side. There I can feel the top of the truss. I know I'm in a good spot. I'm going to put a screw in here, again, just to keep this in place. So, as you can see, I'm not going to finish that last like 12 inches of receiver there because I still got to wrap this fascia and do the soffit here. The reason I'm working kind of all over the place is because I've already done the soffit, wrapped the fascia on the front of the house, but when it's January, 45 degrees, you got to take advantage of it. So we're going to get this roof on this weekend, worry about the rest later. What I do is pull a tape measure from drip edge to drip edge, and that way when I get that measurement, I can divide it by the width of those panels down there, making sure that my starter panel is the same size as my end panel. That's not going to matter as much, being that this roof line intersects and you're never going to see it. But when I do the back of the house, it will matter. And I'd like all the ridges to line up with each other. You're never really going to see it, but I'll see it and I'll know it and I want it done right. So that's the way we're going to do it, and I'll take you along for that. So if I take 368, I divide it by 16, it's going to give me 23 panels. But I like to lock my panel onto the drip edge, so it's going to look something like this. And then the drip edge will be out here. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to do 22 times 16, so 22 panels by 16, so that's going to give me 2 8-inch panels on each side of the roof. So in order to make this panel into a starter, I'm going to start by cutting off this double. Get a nice sharp utility blade. I'm going to score it a couple times. Take my hand seamers. Snap it right off. It's nice to have an extra set of hands for stuff like this, but today I'm alone, so this is how we're gonna do it. Give it a little notch. Oh! Now that we've got this cut to the size we want it, we'll take this, I'm going to set it to 1 inch. Alright, I've got that bent to basically a 90. I'm going to take the Wuko. So I could slide this panel up into the receiver and attach 2 screws to the top of it, keeping it in place. So I'll go up and install this panel and I'll show you that now. I'm gonna flip it. Folder. Now these clips are going to go on every 16 inches. Give or take, doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but something in that range. So now that I got my first panel on, the hardest part, arguably, with these snap locks, I can go ahead and just pre-prep these panels on top. And a quarter. I'm going to do that for the next 12 panels I got right here. I won't bore you with that. I promised you at the beginning of the video that I would tell you how much this roof actually cost me. So I have access to a machine that makes these panels. So all I had to do was purchase 2 coils of black aluminum metal. This roof should and probably would cost most people about $20,000. That being said, I'm into it for about $5,000 for material. That doesn't include like ice and water and all that stuff. So just my material for the actual roof with the drip edge, the panels, the receiver, and the cap is gonna be about $5,000. Now with the ice and water, and I'm gonna resheathe the old part of the house, you can probably tack on another $1,500 to $2,000. So all in all, this entire roof for the Little Yellow House project is gonna cost me about $7,000. And the labor is the most expensive part of these installs. It is this guy right here. It's free. So that's the only added benefit I have to this, is that I can do this myself and it saves me a ton of money. So I will see you guys on the next episode when we install the rest of this metal standing seam roof. See you then.